That's not a pine. That's a pine. You got a red pine right beside some spruce. Yeah, them spruces. You see the difference in the needles. These spindly, porcupiney kind of red pine, and then some spruce here, and a pine in there. You got pine and spruce in there. Pine. That's not spruce. That's what is it? No, it's a pine. A small pine. That's what you call white pine. And this is a different pine. And then you got a red pine here. You got three different types of pine here. That's a red pine. That's the big guy back there that I passed in the past video. That's what he's going to turn into. One of them. Big. 200 feet tall at one point. Then he'll die and fall over and block the road. By that time, I'll probably be good and dead anyway, so it won't matter. That's somebody else's problem for the future. So anyway, making my way back to my traps. It's kind of weird, you got some heavy clouds, but you got some peek through. Don't know what it's going to do. Don't exactly know what's going to do. I really want to set up a sniper's nest in here for some coyotes and stuff, but it's a little bit close to where I shouldn't be shooting, so I might hold it off. But this would be a cool spot before it all grows in. If I keep, you can see how fast that poplar grows in right there. That'll attract the beavers. But if I can keep that there all cleaned out, that's where I need my brush hog, right? Come along, just cut everything down. I can't believe how fast that grew. The road tried to trip me. The trippy road. Looks like my dad kind of went everywhere today on the four-wheeler. Well, it's a nice day for it, so. Yeah, just marching my way back there. Another big pine there. All these pines. Pines and oaks. Got oaks everywhere. It's like oaks, they're like, I'm going to throw all my leaves off. Wait, I'm going to keep a few. Yeah, it's weird. Very weird. This mushy stuff kind of tires you out a bit when you're not used to it. Mind you, I've been really relaxing a lot. My sciatic nerve feels a lot better. Still a little bit sore. I'm sore all the time now. I'm 50, right? So I just, welcome to 50, you're sore all the time. But not as bad as I was. My back nowhere near as stiff as it was. But I've been stretching like every day. Like every day I stretch. When I wake up in the morning, I have to, or I just stiffen right up. But not working 7 days a week this time of year. After about a month of this, it's like there's a couple of days in a row where I woke up and it's like my back didn't hurt at all. It's like, but I'm not going to be fooled. It's like, oh, okay, I'm fine. So it tells me my sciatic nerves are probably, they're getting old and worn out, But the rotator cuff in my thigh, I guess you could say, like where your femur bone meets up with your pelvis. That one was really sore when I turned my foot this way or that way for like all summer. And I think what it is I typically have the weed whacker on my right side. So I built you have more pressure on your right leg, which creates a weak muscle around your femur bone. And then what ends up happening is that it gets weak and then it gets sore, right? And then it bugs your sciatic nerve and all that. But now that I'm just walking on both legs, some of you laughed about my construction boots being like two different construction. Yeah, that was for the last month and a half of my main work season. Yeah, I wore two different work boots just to get through the season. Now I got a new pair, but it's just like when you work 7 days a week, there's no time to go get a new pair, right? And especially I didn't have the vehicle and stuff. It's just struggle. Okay, just get through it for the season and I'll be fine. Look at all that hoopla around here. Some of it is tracked. Most of it, I think, is treepy. Yeah, I've got a track here. But anyway, yeah, so now I got fresh boots for next year. But just to let my body rest properly, I'm hoping next year I don't have to work as hard as I did this previous year. And I hope I make more money, but not having to work as hard. It's, you know, it's getting hard on my body, right? So this is one thing I noticed last year and the year before when I trapped, that it was like really, really hard on me. It's like I can't do it anymore. You know, especially when this stuff gets knee deep. I'm tapping out. You know, when it's like this, no problem. You can walk through it. But as soon as you have to like fight for every foothold there, yeah, I'll find other ways to keep exercising, but not exerting myself, right? So that's oh, what's up? What's up? Don't you crap on me. I saw what I saw what he was trying to do. I saw that. He probably smells this. You stay away from it. It's not for you. It's for my woofs and coyotes. For my whipper yappers and yodel yappers, as I call them. Speaking of whipper yappers and yodel yappers, won't be able to do it this year, but I was looking at the 22-250s and pricing out ammos at Cabela's and places like that. And it's really god-awful expensive. In the States, they can get it for about 50 cents a round, which is steep. Not bad, but that's still steep, right? But up here in Canada, the cheapest I saw it was like $1.25 a round, or thereabouts. $1.50 round. Like, that's a really ridiculous expensive caliber to shoot, price wise, for what it is, right? I mean, basically you can shoot 300 Win Mag cheaper than you can shoot 22-250. But in my area of the woods, like here in Quebec, you don't have as many like wolf and coyote hunters. You got a lot. Most of them are Americans coming up here to hunt the wolves and coyotes. Here, people, like, they don't waste their time. Like, they'll get like a varmint license, but they won't go out for them. But if, you know, a farmer sees a coyote out in the field, he's going to smoke them, right? But he'll shoot them with the 30-06. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to make them dead really quick. Where I kind of want a fur gun, so I'm still looking at 223, which you could still get for about $1 a round. Yes, $1 a round for 223. That is crazy. It might even be more like $1.25 a round. That's crazy. We have to understand, like, our ammo price is not just because of the inflation. Like, 80% of the ammo price is tax. A lot of people don't, because years ago there was no tax on ammo in Canada because it was considered a staple thing. But then liberal governments brought in the tax on it, and no conservative government ever gets rid of those taxes. Why? Because they make money on it, right? So I think it should go back to that. Like the natives, it doesn't matter because they don't pay tax anyway, but the box is still that price, right? The box is still that price. So it's like the fuel tax, right? 85% of your fuel cost in Canada, probably higher than that now, is tax, right? So when the price goes up, the taxes are going up. It does pay for a lot of stuff, whatever, but because our taxes are so mixed managed, I won't get too far into that. I don't think I need to tell anybody what's going on. Yeah, it does make life tougher. But I think for a fur gun, I still would rather have a 223. But 4,300 feet a second, guys. 4,300 feet a second. That is, oh look, there's a whoopee yapper. He's going in the right direction. He better went into my snare. He better have. If he knows what's good for him, he better have went into my snare. Deer? That's the first deer track I've seen so far today. That's not good. That's why I got to get the wolves and the coyotes. But yeah, the 22-250. There's one. Look at the size of this wolf track. Well, that might be a coyote, big coyote or a wolf. Small wolf, big coyote. There's this 22-250 Remington made a few years back, and there's a shop about 3 towns from me, 2 towns? I guess technically 2 towns from me. That I don't know if that shop's open anymore, but they seem to go out of business and open up under a new name, and it's the same stuff and whatever. And they've had this Remington Model 700 varmint target rifle with an olive drop green, Bell and Carlson stock, but like it's a fluted stock at the front with a fluted I think it's like a 28-inch barrel. I kid you not. It's 24 or 24, 26 or 28-inch barrel, stainless steel barrel. This thing's just beautiful. And olive drop green stock and everything. I'm just like, oh, 22,250. Yeah, the only thing is you have to shoot at a really moderate pace, because if you don't, you're going to burn out the barrel. Anyway, we're almost at the snare section, so we'll see what happens.